All right. Hey, YouTube, this is the Citrine Princess. I'm coming at you again with another reading. This time, we're going to talk about Whitney Houston, a legend that many people still like. She's still popular in the collective, and like people see her as almost like a family member, like an auntie. And even I have memories in childhood. I think I was about 5 years old, and my family was playing "I Will Always Love You," and I started crying as a kid. Like, and I seen there was a little boy on TikTok that did the same thing when he heard that song "I Will Always Love You," and like TikTok showed me that some things about Whitney Houston. Eight of Pentacles came out. Some things about Whitney Houston I didn't even know. So I'm just going to do a reading about it and see what Spirit has to say, because there's some stuff that came out on TikTok that I didn't even know about her. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a reading about her, because I grew up on her music, and a lot of my favorite artists were influenced by her. Like if you go back and listen to Mariah Carey's old stuff, she was heavily influenced by Whitney Houston. Three of Cups. King of Wands. That's manipulation. That's probably Bobby energy coming out. And that her family is very tragic. What happened to Bobby Christina. But the sad thing is that it was like she had TikTok allegedly said she had a lover, a female lover, Robin, and they met when Robin was 19 and Whitney was 16. And yeah, that's what I'm investigating. Like, what is the energy around that? Because Robin outed her after she passed away that they had this love affair at a young age, and Whitney had religious trauma, so she felt like she wanted the family and she wanted kids, and she couldn't have that with Robin. So I have some questions about that as well. Give me one second. I gotta get a crystal. Throat chakra stone to help me channel. Put it to my throat. So, you have to figure out what you want. I feel like I'm getting up there, but because I'm 34. But wow, Eight of Swords. She felt trapped. See, her religious upbringing trapped her, because apparently the rumor is that Whitney had a love affair with Robin. When it started when they were very young, one day they met, they felt a connection, they kissed, but Whitney was brought up religious, so she wanted marriage and a child, and that can't come through a same gender union. And I feel like they just came about in the wrong time, and so it wasn't acceptable. What they were, the kind of love they had wasn't acceptable. The Chariot. She had two great loves in her life. It wasn't just Bobby. It was also Robin. Judgment card. Whitney felt judged by society's expectations. I really feel like she came about in the wrong time. Like because like she could have just used a man that was a sperm donor and then had a female lover if she was brought up in a different time. But it's common for the upper class to have a male, like to have a same, like opposite sex relationship, and then have a same sex lover. That because the female lover is more nurturing and empathetic. She felt anxiety around it. Okay, so Spirit, tell me what. Oh, heartbreak came out. Spirit, tell me how Whitney felt. King of Swords arguing. I think this is like masculine energy. Bobby hurt her. I feel like that's what's coming through. Or she was hurt that she couldn't love who she wanted to love. Spirit, I got goosebumps anyway. Spirit, how does Whitney feel about this love that society, because her upbringing, society did not accept it. But also I want to ask, like, how does Whitney feel about Robin outing her after her death? How does Whitney feel about Robin outing her after her passing? Okay. The star, and Whitney was and is a huge star. Because I mean, I was feeling like maybe Robin like preyed on her, but female relationships are different. I think that I really believe they were in the wrong time, honestly, because if Whitney and Robin were in this time, they could have just used, like, she could have had a family, like had a adopted father, and she could have just been with the moon card hidden, and in this deck it's a woman. She felt like she had to hide her love. Heartbreak. A man drove a wedge. Because nowadays, like, if you want a kid but you're not hetero, you can still adopt or maybe get into an agreement with someone and have a kid. Because that's something I have to think about. At my age, I've met people, they've asked me, like, do you want kids? Because I don't have kids in my age. So even a friend was telling me, you got to think about like what you want. How does Whitney? So I drew some cards about how Whitney feels about Robin outing her after her passing. Hmm. Nine of Swords, anxiety. I think this is like intuition, the light of intuition. I think this is where's the book? This is card number 9. The Hermit. Withdrawn from the rush of the world, she's in search of herself. What is felt with what is known and leads to true wisdom. Mysteries that reach far beyond earthly limitations and into the cosmos. Maybe she wanted to take this to her grave. Only the most sincere seeker will trek to her lofty hermitage. Okay, she wants to retreat. Whitney's feeling anxious. She wants to retreat into her sanctuary, her place of peace and rest in the great beyond. I don't think she wanted this out. Six of Swords. Swords is a lot of activity. And then we've got Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. So I feel like Whitney didn't want this out, but I feel like they were just in the wrong time, because if she was with Robin during this time, it wouldn't have been the same drama. But with religious trauma and stuff like that, it was like, if you grew up in the church, you have to get married, you have to have a family. There's no other way. So she may have felt kind of trapped in that. But now when I hear that song, I Will Always Love You, in the part where she says, I'm saying goodbye, I think she's saying goodbye to Robin. I don't see it the same way. Okay, Ace of Wands is like new beginnings, a journey, new ideas, creative projects. Hmm. Many possibilities. Ace of Swords. Symbolic of the mind and the intellect. Mental clarity, breakthroughs, and success. Importance of clear thinking and effective communication. I think that Whitney is open to the growth that will come. I think she wants society to grow through knowing her story. Because I feel like the sword and the wand is like the two of them. I think Whitney wanted this out. She wanted it. She felt anxious about it, but she wanted it to come to light. I just think they were. I think the love was real that they had. She had, and possibly this could mean she had two great loves of her life. One male, one female. I get that vibe too. Because some people do have two soulmates. I think this means she had two soulmates. And that family is so tragic. But I mean, I really feel like, see, I got goosebumps again. I think Whitney had two soulmates, and it was hidden until Robin brought it to light. And it's hard because I mean, society is different now. Whitney was a star, but now people can live their truth about their sexuality in ways that wasn't allowed before. So I really believe that they were just in the wrong time and era. And when you're brought up in the church, you have to get married and have a family. The church is a great wife mill, a great machine for generating wives and mothers, but women are. That's not. I don't believe that's the only thing a woman can be. Because I'm getting people asking me like, why you haven't had kids? Why you haven't been married at your age? Usually most women have kids in their 20s, and I'm child free. I just tell I just tell them I got lucky. I feel like I was protected, but this is not about me. This is about Whitney and Robin. But I think she was anxious about it when she was here, but now she's okay. She's like at peace with the fact that that came to light. So, and I think they were in the wrong time, because if they were in this time, they could be together and she could get an agreement and, co parent or get like, what do you call it, a donor. But it was a different time. But I believe she loved Bobby, and people blame him for like how she lost her battle with, like substances, but I think that was her way of dealing with all the emotional pain and trauma in her life. Because when you have a lover, you can't live your truth and you're brought up religious, that has to be very painful. Well, anyway, if you learn anything from this or you know anything about the Whitney and Robin story, please comment below. Peace.